Somebody asked me how I started my self-care journey. Like, what got this going? What did I do? What was the first thing that you did? I can kind of answer that, and I kind of can't answer that because, first of all, I really did not plan this. I had no idea I was going to start a self-care journey to my authentic self. Really no idea. The next thing, I mean, I had been doing some research on self-care, obviously, because I was, trying to educate the caregivers that I was working with about the importance of self-care. So, like, I had a lot of information and I had all the good science stuff and evidence-based practices and stuff on it, right? Because I'm teaching that to others. So it's not like I didn't know about this, but it was one of those don't practice what you preach kind of things, right? And so, anyway, I thought life was pretty good in my world. No drama. I love my career. I have awesome kids. They're grown up and they're doing well. Hey, right? Things are pretty good. I got good people. Like, why? I'm pretty good. And I'm moving along. And there's opportunities and I'm okay. But something wasn't right. Now, believe me, I know when things aren't right. I've struggled over the years with mental health. I've struggled with just life, right? Being a single mom, raising kids, trying to go to school, blah, 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 on your own. So, I get it. And I've had some hard times. So where I'm at now, or, even like 2 years ago, say, where I was then is nowhere to where I was 20 years before that. So, life is good if you look back. But something wasn't right. And I thought, I don't know. And then I started just thinking, well, when did I feel really happy and alive? And there's like different things that I may be doing that I feel that, okay? But when in my life, like what times? Well, having babies, you had that really happy feeling, like that lightness to you. That's what I want to say, that lightness to you, that energy running through your body, that glow, the light within is what I mean. Like, it's just like an incredible feeling. And you have that after you have kids. You have that when you realize that you just escaped with your life, that you have a new beginning, that you have another chance at something. Moments, though, fleeting moments of those feelings. Anyway, so I started thinking about that. And I can identify a couple key times in my life, and one fairly recent, where I just felt, wow, I am so grateful to be alive. I can't believe I just escaped that. Oh my God, I am so grateful. And when you have that feeling of being grateful to be alive, you want to do things. You want to make yourself even better. You want to keep feeling that feeling, and you do what you do. But then I don't know what happens. It wears off. Or you get busy and you forget whatever you're doing or thinking or feeling. I don't know. But it seems to me that gratitude has to be maintained. Ooh, I just said that right now. That just came to me. Gratitude needs to be maintained. Like a relationship needs to be maintained. Like self-care needs to be maintained. Gratitude needs to be maintained. It takes work. If you want to look at it that way. I don't know. Work's the right word, but you know what I mean. Anyway. Oh, I just dropped my crystal. Hang on. It's my dragon's blood crystal. Calling the inner dragon in me. Being brave. Okay. Besides the point. Back on track. Gratitude. And gratitude needs to be maintained. Okay. So I thought, well, okay, I like that feeling. I really liked that feeling. I had one incident in particular that really made me have that feeling of lightness inside of me, floating on air, like I can do anything, like I've got this, I can do this. I like that feeling, right? Happy to see people be out, exploring all these opportunities, like it's just great. So that's what I want. So what was I doing in that time? What's happening? And that kind of reflection. So then I just started simply 5 minutes into this video. How did I start? I wrote down things that I was thankful for. I know, right? And you know what? Some days I was just thankful to have kids, a bed to sleep in, you know, for the sun, for the river, for the moon, which by the way, it's the full moon today. I'll be busy tonight. Anyway, there's so much for gratitude, right? And I just started writing down these things every day. And I came up with gratitude. I don't know what the right word would be. Gratitude mantra? Gratitude affirmation? Gratitude blessing. There you go. I came up with a gratitude blessing. And every day I say, I am so thankful for always having enough. I always had enough to have a roof over our head, to have food in their tummies, for them to have the toys that they wanted, clothes, to experience things, taste things, be taken care of, get braces. I always had enough. Yeah, it was hard. And a lot of miracles were in there, but I always had enough. And not only did I have enough for them to survive, I had enough for them to thrive and become the amazing, beautiful, smart, intelligent, kind men that they are. I always had enough. And I really appreciate that. But when I look back on my life now, I actually see that. So I look back and I don't see how hard it was and the struggle and going without and whatever it may have looked like. I see that my kids had laughing and tummy giggles, you know, the tummy giggles, and being at the river and having all these things, like experiences, just having them and having the roof over our head. I'm so thankful. Always having a car. I am so thankful for that. Gratitude. So grateful for that. I always had a car. And so when I started like writing that kind of stuff down, looking back on a time period of my life and looking at what I had, like I saw a mom and she had like these littles with her, I don't know, 3 or 4 littles, and she had a whole bunch of bags in her hand, grocery bags, and she was walking and it was raining. I'm not even kidding. I was so grateful I never had to do that. Anyway, do you see what I'm saying? It's that feeling of just recognizing what you have. And when you realize what you have, you really don't see what you don't. It's kind of weird. It's like gratitude lens is what they call it, right? With the gratitude lens, the whole world that you see changes. And when you look back on your past, changes. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change that you had suffrage and it was hard, but it changes the way you look back on it and how you feel about it and what you took away from it and what you got from it and who you became because of it. It's really quite kind of cool, this whole gratitude thing, right? So now I'm feeling this gratitude, and I truly do. And it's a practice. It's something that you got to do every day and every day. And I've been doing it before I even started the self-care journey officially, which was December 19th, 2021. Because I started doing that gratitude work previous to that, right? Just little things, affirmations all over my house, behind like mirrors and cupboards and closet doors and you name it, right? Always there where I could see it. Just reminding me. Yeah, just that kind of thing got me going. Okay, let's talk about gratitude a little bit though, because this is where I kind of wanted to say my aha moment that I just realized earlier today when I was doing this. Now, I actually feel happy. I know, I actually say that. I feel joy. I feel content. I feel good. I do. So what, even like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when life on the outside was really good, but something wasn't right inside me, to now, life on the outside is good, something's right inside of me. Then I was thankful and I really appreciated everything. Now I am so grateful. I have so much gratitude, and I do gratitude practice every day. And so then my life just keeps getting more and more joyful. So not happy then, happy now, right? Which then brought me to a quote that, seriously, this is when my whole aha moment happened. So I do self-care workshops, right, for the caregivers. And I have this Brene Brown video where she talks about gratitude and joy. Now, I've seen this how many times, right? But just today, I made the connection. It's so weird how these things happen. So she has a quote that says, "It's not joy that makes us grateful. It's gratitude that makes us joyful." Right? I was like, wait a minute. Oh my God. That's why I feel lighter and have a little bounce in my step, and I have joy and content for where I'm at, and I'm happy because I'm practicing gratitude every day. Never made that connection. But that was the piece that was missing. So I thought that was really interesting, and I wanted to share that with you. So there was something else, though, that I had in here. Oh, yeah. 2 things I want to do. First of all, I have gratitude fun facts. Woohoo! Are you ready? All research, brain science stuff to back it up. And if you really need to know where I got my sources from, hit me up. Okay. First of all, gratitude actually opens up the door for relationships to happen. Right? And it makes sense. Don't you want to hang out with somebody that actually says thank you to you or appreciates you, does that little kind of thoughtfulness thing for you, thinks of you? You know, it's just like a really nice person and is grateful and joyful, as opposed to somebody who might be more negative and dark and gloom. And the relationship doesn't just have to be personal. It can be professional too. Think about it, but colleagues or even people you want to do business with. You're going to go with the people who are experiencing joy, and people who are experiencing joy have life of gratitude. So, opens up relationships. Next one, improves your physical health. We already know this too, right? Getting out there. Movement helps your emotions. We know that. Movement will change your mood, and it's always for the better. And when you're feeling better, then you got the gratitude lens on, and you can see. You can see all to be grateful for when you're exercising and you're feeling good about yourself. And the more you feel good about yourself, the more you want to get out there and exercise and be in fresh air where humans belong. So it makes total sense that the practice of gratitude will improve your physical health. Okay, next one. Oh, it'll also help your psychological health. Again, and we know too, though, that exercise improves your mood. So that's going to be your psychological, mental health up there, right? It makes you see things differently, makes you more hopeful, then makes you more goal-orientated, all of those kind of stuff. So that makes sense to us. It also enhances empathy for others. You can take other people's perspectives, see their point of view, be more open-minded, right? When you have gratitude, because you're not just seeing all the negative. You're going to be able to sleep better. Practicing gratitude helps you sleep better. And it makes sense, especially if you were to do it before bed. If you're writing about all of the good things you're happy for or thankful for, grateful for, right? You're going to bed with nice, happy thoughts, not negative thoughts. So it kind of makes sense. And then, of course, if gratitude makes you be more physical and be outside and be more active, of course, that's going to help you sleep as well. So what came first? Gratitude improves your self-esteem. Well, think about it. You're looking better. You're spending more time on each other or on you, but also with people who you're surrounding yourself with people that, make you feel better. So you got more confidence to try stuff. You're improving. I think that totally makes sense. And it also helps foster resilience. And that makes sense, right? If we can see gratitude, we'll feel gratitude. We can see all the good that's in our life, the good people in our life. That's going to help us feel stronger and reach out for support and accept the support, and totally makes sense. So those are some fun facts about gratitude. Woohoo. There's also another thing that I want to kind of teach you, because somebody had asked me, well, what did you do? What's your first step? Well, this may not have been my first step, but it was kind of right in there. So when I started looking back on my life, trying to change my past, basically, and do gratitude, what did I walk away with from situations? And believe me, I had some doozies happen to me over the years. But when I look back, I can see the incident. What did I walk away with? Well, I walked away with courage. I walked away with my dog, my cat, my kids, the microwave, whatever it may be, my pride. When you just walk away with what it may be, what were the gifts that you got from that incident, and focus on what you got from it and what you can take from it, how you can grow from it, and how you can move on with it. And it doesn't leave you stuck there in that toxic negativity, sorrow, loss feeling. So what do? Well, what did you walk away with? First of all, you got to really validate that was really shitty that you went through. Yeah, it was really shitty. And those are really hard feelings. And it wasn't very nice. And it wasn't very fair. And that's okay. Like, you got to validate that, because that's your experience and that's what happened. So own it. It's okay. It's okay. It was shitty. But you know what? You have to remember, that is not who I am, and it's not all I have. That's hard to swallow sometimes. That one took a little while. For some of the things that I had to go back on, that one took a little while. But you know what? It's not all who I am. And how do you do that? You got to find evidence to show the opposite. Right? So sometimes it's a process. It did not happen overnight. And it's still continuing to happen, actually. Even on the same things, it just gets kind of deeper and deeper and more released. As the deeper I go, the higher it goes, if that makes sense. So just kind of remember, validate. It's okay. It happened. It was shitty. And that wasn't very nice. But it's not all that you are, and it's not all that you have. Then identify 3 things or people that support you, that love you, that help you, that meet that need that you have, whatever it may be. But what areas of your life do you feel supported in? It could be career, it could be relationships, it could be physical, mental, spiritual, financial, wherever it may be. Where is that support? Where is that thing that makes you feel it's going to be okay? Even if it's just for a couple minutes. There are those things. Look for the hearts, as Mel Robbins would say. And then when you identify them, just do a thank you. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you. And then, again, like I said, ask yourself, what gifts did you walk away with? What did you get from this experience, from that feeling? What did you learn? How did you grow? How can you move forward? All that kind of stuff. But it's really just being grateful for what you came out of. And that, living that way, that practice, that just changed everything. Everything in my head just started changing. And I started seeing things differently. And when you start seeing things differently, you start feeling things differently. And then more things just open up. It's bizarre, and that's the best way I can say it right now. Hopefully, throughout the course of me rambling, I'll be able to get it out. But this whole practice of gratitude is life-changing. It literally changes your life. And it's so easy. It just begins with a simple, what am I grateful for? There's always something to be grateful for. Even if it's the snore of your dog, the tick of the clock, for the beautiful moon, your comfy bed, your bestie, pineapple. There's always something to be grateful for. And when we can start seeing that, things start to change. Gratitude is not an attitude. Gratitude is a practice. We need to be intentional. We need to practice it. Because it is life-changing. It is something that I want everyone to be able to experience. Believe me. All the time, not just in those moments of time. So hopefully that's what we're going to be doing. So takeaway, what are you grateful for?